We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at your noon hour weather forecast. Today we do have a 50-50 chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, with mostly to partly cloudy skies and a high temperature around 87 degrees. Our heat index value will be as high as 94 degrees. Winds will be out of the west at around 6 miles per hour, becoming light and variable. Then tonight we have a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms between 8 and 10. That chance of precipitation for tonight is 20%, with mostly cloudy skies, low temperature around 67 degrees. Winds will be calm tonight. Tomorrow we have a slight chance of showers, then a chance of showers and thunderstorms after 10 tomorrow morning. Chance of precipitation tomorrow is 30%. Skies will be partly sunny with a high near 85, and we'll have a light northwesterly wind. Tomorrow night it'll be mostly clear with low around 65 with calm winds. Then mostly sunny skies in the forecast for Thursday with a high temperature near 87 degrees. We'll have a light southerly wind. Thursday night we expect partly cloudy skies, low temperature around 68. Then Friday should be mostly sunny with a high near 90 degrees. Friday night we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms with partly cloudy skies, low around 69. Then Saturday afternoon we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms with partly sunny skies and a high temperature near 86 degrees. Saturday night we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms with mostly cloudy skies, low around 65. Chance of showers and thunderstorms continues on Sunday with partly sunny skies and a high temperature near 84. Sunday night will be partly cloudy with low around 66, and Monday we're back to having a chance of showers and thunderstorms with mostly sunny skies and a high temperature near 87 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update, brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. What's up with foreign ownership of U.S. land? Did you know that in 2023, foreign investors owned nearly 46 million acres of U.S. ag land? That's about 3.6% of all privately held farmland in the country. According to a recent report from the American Farm Bureau Federation and USDA, this is an increase of around 1.6 million acres just since last year. The biggest chunk of that land, it's owned by Canadians, about a third of all foreign-held farmland. Following them are the folks from Netherlands, Italy, the UK, and Germany. Many of these investors aren't just after traditional farming. A lot of this land is tied up in renewable energy projects like wind and solar farms, which need a lot of open space to operate. Since 2010, foreign ownership of U.S. farmland has grown by 85%. That's an area bigger than South Carolina. Most of the land is forest, but cropland and pasture are also part of the picture. And if you're wondering where this land is, Texas tops the list with 5.7 million acres owned by foreigners, and Maine has the highest percentage, over 20% of its farmland. Now, I know a lot of folks are worried about countries like China, Russia, or Iran owning U.S. farmland. But here's the thing. Those countries combined only own about 0.03% of our farmland, and Chinese ownership has actually dropped recently. Interesting. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
This Spotlight on Soybeans is brought to you by Missouri soybean farmers and their checkoff. It's scouting season, and Mandy Bish, a plant pathologist with University of Missouri Extension, says farmers should be scouting for soil-borne diseases.
We've had the wet spring, and we've had some cooler soil temperatures relative to normal maybe when we've been planting, and so we have already seen a few samples with Pythium come in. That's a disease that usually infects at planting, and you can see it in seedling blight. We've had a little bit of Phytophthora come into the clinic. I am actually expecting more sudden death syndrome this year than maybe in previous years. SDS, or sudden death syndrome, is going to show up in those years where we have cool, wet springs.
Bish says don't scout from the windshield.
We have a lot more than sudden death syndrome going on in the state that can cause similar symptoms on beans. You have to get out in the field and look at those areas.
Learn more about Missouri soybeans at mosoy.org. From Missouri soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Have you checked out the Country Mart website at www.tcmarkets.com? If not, you really need to. You'll find their weekly specials, coupons, inside the store information, and also tasty recipes from TC Markets on there as well. Plus, don't forget to like Country Mart's Facebook page. Like or comment on it for a chance to win something from the deli, and the winner will be announced on Wednesday each week. Just another reason to shop at Country Mart in Salem.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the Salem License Office, Roberts Judson Lumber Company, and the Main Street Country Corner Cafe, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
A slow start to the week for direct cash cattle and cash hog business. Good morning. I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Direct cash cattle trade activity was quiet, typical for a Monday. Show lists this week are mixed, higher in Nebraska and Colorado, but lower in Kansas and Texas. Bids and asking prices didn't surface. Significant trade volume will likely be delayed until the latter half of the week. At the Joplin Regional Stockyards in Missouri, feeder steers less than 600 pounds were steady to $8 lower. Heavier weights were mostly steady to $6 higher, with heavier 8 weights up to $15 higher. Feeder heifers were steady to $5 higher, and 7 and 8 weights were $15 higher. The USDA says supply was moderate with good demand. Medium and large one feeder steers, 754 to 798 pounds, brought 314.50 to 342.50. Feeder steers, 854 to 887 pounds, brought 302 to 321.50. Medium and large one feeder heifer, 604 to 640 pounds, brought 323 to $342. Box beef closed mixed with light to moderate demand for moderate offerings. Choice was up $1.23 at $390.98. Select was 91 cents lower at $377.53. Estimated cattle slaughter was 114,000 head, down 4,000 on the week and up about 2,000 on the year. Cash hog prices were not reported on Monday due to confidentiality. There were very few negotiated purchases. Processors didn't have a very aggressive start to the week and weren't bidding up to move needed numbers. The industry continues to monitor the availability of market-ready hogs and hog weights. Demand remains crucial to the market. Global demand for U.S. pork has been strong. However, there are some concerns amid the ongoing trade and tariff discussions from the Trump administration. The 5-day rolling average for barrels and gilts at the National Daily Direct was $111.55. And for the Western Corn Belt, the 5-day rolling average was $111.66. Pork values closed sharply higher, up $3.28 at $113.40. And the estimated hog slaughter was 478,000 head, up 9,000 on the week and up about 15,000 on the year. At the CME, live and feeder cattle ended the day higher, with box beef up during the session ahead of the week's direct business. And lean hog futures ended the day mixed, mostly higher on spread trade. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
Food insecurity is a growing problem in America. Over 47 million people. More people face hunger today than during the COVID pandemic. 1 of every 5 children in America is food insecure. And hunger isn't just an urban issue. Almost 90% of the most food insecure counties are rural. The National Association of Farm Broadcasting invites you to lend a hand and help end hunger. Go to nafbhunger.com.
They say seeing is believing, and nothing catches the eye like the 9.5 bushel per acre yield advantage of Revitec fungicide over other fungicides. But don't just take our word for it. See it for yourself. Run a comparison of Revitec fungicide. Enter the Real Results Yield Challenge and experience the difference it makes in your fields. And when you share your experience with us, you'll get a chance to win a 2-year lease on a new truck. Sign up at yieldchallenge.basf.us. No purchase necessary. See official rules for details. Always read and follow label directions.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today, be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Doyle Sanford Sanders Jr. of Salem passed away June 29th at the age of 78 years. A graveside memorial service for Doyle Sanders will be Saturday, July 12th at 11 o'clock in the morning at the North Lawn Cemetery. Memorials are suggested to the American Legion Walker-Roney Post number 99. And all arrangements for Doyle Sanford Sanders Jr. of Salem are under the direction of the James Garr Mortuary of Salem. Gene Philip Morgan of Salem passed away June 4th at the age of 83 years. A graveside memorial for Gene Morgan will be held Saturday, July 12th at 5:30 at the Round Pond Cemetery. And all arrangements for Gene Philip Morgan of Salem are under the direction of the James Garr Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements, and it was brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMOradio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free!
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. A Dent County resident was involved in an accident Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock on I-44 at the 155.2 mile marker. According to the Highway Patrol report, a westbound 2019 Mitsubishi Eclipse driven by a 60-year-old Salem woman hydroplaned off the left side of the roadway and overturned. The woman suffered minor injuries and was transported by Pulaski County Ambulance to Phelps Health in Rolla. The report stated that the woman was wearing a safety restraint. The Mitsubishi was secured roadside for a later tow. An accident occurred Sunday afternoon at 4:30 on Dent County Road 5610, 8 miles west of Bunker. According to the Highway Patrol report, a westbound 2025 Can-Am Defender HD10, driven by a 12-year-old male juvenile from Mocksville, North Carolina, traveled around a corner, began sliding and overturned. A 14-year-old male juvenile from Bunker suffered serious injuries and was transported by Bunker Fire Department to Salem Memorial Hospital. The reports say that both juveniles were wearing safety devices. The Can-Am was removed by a private party. The City of Salem Board of Aldermen will be meeting tonight at 6 o'clock at 202 North Washington in the old City Hall auditorium. After the call to order, Pledge of Allegiance and roll call, approval of the agenda and consent agenda will be the public comments. The board will consider appointments of Carrie Sutterfield to the MRDC Board and Sherry Lee to the Housing Authority. The second reading of Bills number 3673 through Bill number 3677, all pertaining to establishing rates for electric services provided by the City of Salem, will occur followed by reports from city officials. The board will then go into closed session pertaining to legal actions, litigation, and/or confidential or privileged communication, followed by adjournment. The Denton County Fire Protection District Board of Directors will be meeting this evening at 6 o'clock at the fire station at number 2 South Main. After the call to order, roll call, and approval of the consent agenda, which includes review of minutes, financial report, and approval of bills and budget review, will be the monthly reimbursement report to be considered. In old business, the board will consider truck purchases, radio grant, and Fidelity Tower lease. New business will include bank accounts for bonds. Chief Floyd will then report, followed by the setting of the date for the next meeting. The board may go into closed session if needed, followed by adjournment. The Missouri State Highway Patrol reports the following 2025 July 4th holiday statistics for the counting period from 6 o'clock Thursday evening, July 3rd through 11:59 Sunday evening, July 6th. Troopers worked 9 boating crashes, which included 4 injuries and 0 fatalities. Troopers made 13 boating while intoxicated arrests. There were no drownings over the Independence Day holiday weekend. In 2024, there were 10 boating crashes, which included 7 injuries and no fatalities. No one drowned during last year's July 4th holiday, while troopers made 12 boating while intoxicated arrests. This year on the roads, troopers worked 246 traffic crashes, which include 115 injuries and 8 fatalities. Troopers also made 114 DWI arrests. During the 2024 counting period, 14 people were killed and 560 injured in Missouri over the holiday in 1,366 traffic crashes. Last year during the counting period, troopers arrested 149 people for driving while intoxicated. The fatality statistics could change if late deaths occur or if other departments report late fatalities. The Denton County Commission met Monday morning in the Denton County Courthouse. In the road report, 1st District Commissioner Keith Green said grading will be done on Denton County roads 6535, 6490, 6540, and 6550, while rock will be added to County Road 6230, and brush is expected to be cut on County Road 6450, but that could be delayed. Green said a tree would be removed from County Road 5015, and the crews will be checking on some roads after the intense rains from the weekend. Green also reported the county put out for bids for 1,000 gallons of unleaded fuel for the Road and Bridge Department, with County Fuels having the lowest price of $2.55 per gallon. District 2 Commissioner Jimmy Williams stated patch grading would be done on Denton County Roads 2115, 3270, 3273, and 3275, while brush would be cut on County Road 3290. Williams indicated a new culvert was being installed on Denton County Road 3300, where additional rock will also be taken. Williams reported a grader is in the Annette area to repair storm damage in that area. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson announced he will be attending a Merrimack Regional Community Foundation meeting Wednesday, July 9th at MRPC offices in St. James. Larson also complimented Commissioners Jimmy Williams and Keith Green for doing a good job in light of the continuous severe weather occurrences that have occurred this year that have virtually destroyed some roadways. Having to deal with FEMA and SEMA claims, which take a lot of time through detailed documentation, and trying to stay within the budget. Larson, who was a 2nd District Commissioner for 15 years, said instead of slowly progressing on their learning curve, both these commissioners have had to deal with numerous situations calling for immediate decisions and action, prioritizing the most serious work to get done first. He said this means some roads have not gotten the usual attention that they have in the past, and again is asking for people to be patient as the work crews are doing the best they can. Dent County Clerk Angie Curley wanted to remind everyone that Route TT and Sligo suffered more damage from storms and will remain closed for the foreseeable future. The Commission signed a letter of support for the Scenic Rivers Industries to apply for a grant to get a new paper shredder, as their previous shredder was destroyed in their building fire. Jeff Banderat from Great Rivers Engineering was in to present to the commissioners their bid booklet for the request for qualifications for the upcoming FEMA projects. They were the only RFQ the commission received, and they approved going with Great Rivers Engineering on the projects. Banderat said he will put together their full scope of service for the projects and submit the price in a couple of weeks. Banderat did update the commission on the Flap project, which is the back road into Montauk State Park. He said archaeologists made some findings, and Great Rivers submitted their results to MoDOT and are waiting on their response. MoDOT may want to have a Phase 2 evaluation of the proposed plan. Or, Banderat said they may have to use the existing road system. This would need a Phase 1 archaeological evaluation. The cost would be about $20,000. He will let the commission know what MoDOT says. Also on the sidewalk tap grant around the courthouse, Great Rivers is waiting on bids from lighting manufacturers to see if they can come up with ways to find a more economical solution to match the lighting system of the city, such as lights being powered by solar. He says burying the electric is the most expensive option, and they hope to find something more affordable. Banderat went on to say new applications for flap projects for the years 2028 through 2030 will be due this October 1st, and if the county had another project they would like to submit, they would need to let Great Rivers know so that an application can be prepared for them. The next meeting of the commission will be Thursday morning at 9 o'clock at the Dent County Courthouse, and the meeting will be open to the public. The Missouri Department of Conservation reminds Missouri deer, turkey, waterfowl, and dove hunters that new booklets for upcoming hunting seasons are now available. Hunters and others can get the most current information on upcoming fall hunting from the Department of Conservation's 2025 Fall Deer and Turkey Hunting Regulations and Information Booklet and the Department of Conservation Migratory Bird and Waterfowl Hunting Digest 2025 through 2026. The 2025 Fall Deer and Turkey Hunting Regulations and Information Booklet has detailed information on fall deer and turkey hunting seasons, limits, permits, managed hunts, regulations, conservation areas to hunt, post-harvest instructions, chronic wasting disease, updates, and more. The booklet is available where permits are sold and online at mdc.mo.gov. The Migratory Bird and Waterfowl Hunting Digest 2025 through 2026 has detailed information on waterfowl hunting, along with hunting doves and other migratory game birds such as rail, snipe, and woodcock. It also has information on needed permits and duck stamp requirements, hunting seasons and limits, hunting areas, regulations, and more. The digest is available where permits are sold and online at mdc.mo.gov, by Missouri hunting and fishing permits from numerous vendors around the state, or online at mdc.mo.gov/buy permits. And that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU's Salem Campus, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out, but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
A life event could qualify you for a discount. Call me, Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and we will make sure you have the coverage you need.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports, as being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The St. Louis Cardinals will host the Washington Nationals tonight, live on KSMO Radio, 1340 AM and 95.7 FM, with their pregame coverage starting at 5:40. Kansas City Royals and Pittsburgh Pirates played yesterday evening, beginning a 3-game series. Pittsburgh was able to score a trio of runs during the game, but home runs from Bobby Witt Jr., Vinny Pasquantino, Salvador Perez, and Nick Lofton gave the Royals more than enough to defeat the Pirates 9-3. Game 2 is tonight with the first pitch at 6:40. And that has been a look at local and regional sports, brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Sports, good afternoon. I'm Tim Fisher. We'll start with Major League Baseball, where the St. Louis Cardinals, after an off day yesterday, back at it tonight with the opener of a series with the Washington Nationals at Busch Stadium. The Cardinals come in after dropping 2 of 3 to Chicago over the weekend, including being shut out 11-0 on Sunday. The Cardinals remain in the wild card hunt, and the reasons? Third baseman Nolan Arenado.
We're not getting rattled by anything, We're just kind of win or lose, we're the same as a group, and I think that's really important in times like this, where we have a long stretch and a lot of tough games against division rivals. And like I said, it's just a credit to the group and everyone that we don't get too high or too low. We just continue to push, and we'll see what happens in the end.
Tonight, 6:45 first pitch. Sonny Gray to the bump for the Cardinals. He'll be opposed by Jake Irvin for the Nationals. The Kansas City Royals play Game 2 of their 3-game series, hosting the Pittsburgh Pirates at Kauffman Stadium tonight. The Royals picking up a 9-3 series opening victory last night. Vinny Pasquantino, Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Nick Lofton, all going deep in the victory for KC. Noah Cameron picking up the victory in the start, going 7 innings, allowing just 2 earned runs on 3 hits while striking out 7. A good sign for Royals skipper Mac Quattaro, seeing his offense explode for 9 runs.
Every game's different, every pitcher's different, but hopefully that builds confidence in these guys to understand that when they get a mistake pitch or they have a good approach, they're going to be rewarded for it.
Tonight, 6:40 first pitch, Seth Lugo gets the start against Mitch Keller. On to college football, where Mizzou head coach Eli Drinkwitz yesterday named to the Dodd Award watch list. The award annually goes to the nation's top football coach. Drinkwitz, one of 26 coaches named. The countdown to the season inching closer. The season opener Thursday, August 28th, hosting Central Michigan. I'm Tim Fisher, Missouri Net Sports.
At Social Security, we are always thinking of ways to save you time and make things easier. That's why we created My Social Security. A My Social Security account allows you to access your earnings history and benefits information, request a replacement Social Security card, get a proof of income letter, estimate and apply for benefits, and more. Save time. Go online. Open a My Social Security account at ssa.gov/myaccount. Social Security. Securing today and tomorrow.
Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Hi, I'm Leland Melvin, and I traveled to space twice as a NASA astronaut. Space technologies help protect our precious Earth. Space helps us monitor changes in carbon emissions, track the pace of climate change. It even helps us fight natural disasters. Make sure that you get out to your local science museum or go to spaceforall.us to explore and learn about space and science. Space is for all.
It is now time for our news from the Missouri Net. Then stay tuned to KSMO after the top of the 1 o'clock hour. I'll be back with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
Hey, Cardinal fans, hydrate like a champ. Head to the ballpark Saturday, July 12th as the Cardinals take on the Braves. That day, 20,000 fans 16 and older score a City Connect tumbler courtesy of Coca-Cola and Quick Trip. Stay cool and sip in style all summer long with this 30-ounce stainless steel tumbler. Don't miss out on this fan-favorite giveaway. Grab your tickets today at cardinals.com/promotions.
This is Nolan Gorman, St. Louis Cardinals for the Lou.
Missouri Net News. I'm Elisa Nelson. A Southwest Missouri-based Christian charity has deployed to Central Texas following devastating flooding that's killed more than 100 people. Convoy of Hope reports it is delivering relief supplies and providing volunteers. In the wake of tornadoes that have recently devastated Missouri, Attorney General Andrew Bailey is urging affected residents to report any instances of fraud through his office's fraud abuse hotline.
We've set up several brick and mortar locations where Consumer Protection Team met with those who felt that they were victims. We served more than 1,600 individuals in about 12 days at our locations in St. Louis.
The 24/7 hotline can be called by dialing 1-800-392-8222. And Image First, the company that provides laundry service to hospitals across the country, is shutting down its St. Louis location, putting 92 people out of work. This is Missouri Net.